Come, let us reason together. Notwithstanding my preference for a faith ideology centered on the gospel of salvation, in a civilized society, the ultimate goal is not that we will all agree with each other, but rather that even in the midst of our differences, we learn to put responsibility for one another over the rights against one another. So here in America, despite having the greatest philosophical democratic notions in the world, we've not been able to manifest them. Atheists rely on naturalism to explain reality, which has only led to the hegemony of science and technology and the rise of fascism, and they call it reason. Idealists rely on the innate goodness of humankind and have run squarely up against the innate inhumanity over and over again. Marxists rely on the contradictions of capitalism, boiling over into revolutionary rage and a righteous government as byproduct, and yet find only incoherency and an unholy alliance between the people and the market. Secularism has led to the absence of moral absolutes, and no one is right or wrong. You do you, I do me. And then we wonder why we are in tension with one another. There is no leader with moral authority to help the country bind its wounds, and the government has lost its apparent authority to lead, as poll after poll indicates there is no more faith in the system. What happens to a people when the platform under which they stand begins to disintegrate beneath them? Indeed, as the great playwright Lorraine Hansberry opined, what happens to a raisin in the sun? A dream deferred. For in America, so many believe that fulfilling our passions are part of the right to life, liberty, and the pursuit of justice. For in America, too many believe it is imperative to fill all of our desires, even when they find themselves in conflict with justice and community. For in America, it is manifest destiny to have love, money, career, marriage, children, sexual freedom, horoscopes, city life, suburban peace, beach escapes, good friends, entertainment, and the right to annihilate someone over a difference of opinion, the right to choose who lives or dies. Oh, full autonomy. That is what we have gotten to, the highest form of disintegration between mind, body, and soul. A psychosis of the spirit. The greatest idea, then, democracy, has become the great terror. I remember as a child a phrase we would joyfully recite as if it were the gospel that put our whole humanity on the chopping block, and we had no idea that we were willing conspirators. If you're white, you're right. If you're brown, stick around. If you're yellow, you're mellow. But if you're black, stand back. Oh, the sliding scale of humanity. If we listen closely, we'll be able to hear the sounds of man worshiping man as we head for the tombs. Oh, saints, the country is at a dangerous crossing. Like the railroad signs, the guardrails are up and the red lights are blinking fiercely, trying to catch our attention. It was not supposed to be like this, cries the maker of life. The God of an intricate universe, designer of a human body unexplainable, the giver of human creativity that cannot be explained by dancing molecules, the moral lawgiver threading truth and love in a written word that inspires both mystery and imagination, has been calling you and I to righteous character. I'm not sure we have not already crossed the tracks, trying to outrun the runaway train, and I shudder at the inevitable collision, especially for our babies. If not, and I am praying for revelation, repentance, and restoration, maybe there is still a chance that we can look to the heavens and not our passions, and maybe, just maybe, come and reason together.